Hello everyone, we are back with a very interesting topic on which I'm going to put some light, and it is related about sitting. So how to have a pain-free sitting by following few ergonomic tips, by doing certain exercises, and we're going to put some light on that. So with that, let's start it. Okay. As you all know that majority of the people are doing either work from home or some desk job work where they need to sit a lot. So there was a research which was done recently, and it was found that out of 100% population, almost around 48.8% people, they used to sit at least for 6.5 hours out of 8-hour shift. So sitting for that long, and in some cases when you are doing work from home, you're sitting even more. So that causes intense pressure, especially on your body, on your mind. And I'm sure many of you must have appreciated or experienced the kind of discomfort, pain, low energy levels, tired at the end of the day, just because of the sitting schedule which you have in your daily routine. So as I mentioned earlier with that research we were talking about, the research said that out of 100% population, almost 48 to 49% people were not happy with the environment in which they work, and especially with their desk, with their chairs, and majority of them, they have either the neck issues, shoulder issues, or the low back pain issues, which is quite frequently seen among the population. And one more part of that research showed us that in the longer run, they're gonna have issues related with hyperlipidemia, which is higher cholesterol level, and diabetes, hypertension, and all that stuff. So if we can just follow few small tips, if we can do small changes, it can do really wonder in our daily routine. So if I just start it now, right. Okay, so what is the most important part? The first part which is important is your desk and chair. So what is important is the correct height of the desk, the correct supportive chair which you should have. Now as far as the desk height is concerned, when you are sitting, you should be comfortably facing your laptop or your desktop at the eye level, which is very important. The other important aspect is the chair height. Many people who are either having short height or short stature people, they have an issue especially in sitting for long hours, because whenever they are sitting on a chair, their feet are not resting well. So either it only the forefoot, means the first part of your feet only is in contact with the floor, and the heel is most of the time raised. So you should have a chair with a height where you can keep your both feet on the floor completely rested, and your knee should be either the 90 or should be in a bent position. The other important aspect in the chair is it should be with a good rigid support. Many times people have a chair which are in adjustable mode, you can adjust them, and they don't even know that how to correctly adjust that. So important aspect is whenever you're sitting, your back should be in contact with the backrest. So there should be no gap between your back and the chair. If you'll do this, automatically your spine would be supported and almost straight. The other important aspect which I said is the resting of your both feet, which is very important. The next important part is you have to have your monitor at your eye level. If your monitor is low placed, then you have to bend your neck, and that causes unnecessarily strain on your neck muscles. So eye level should be there. The other important part is your overall posture. So there is a say, if you're not finding anything which is looking normal. Most of the time it is not normal. We are talking about posture. So if you find that a person is either lax and not comfortably looking while doing work, the chances are there is definitely a poor posture. So what is the right posture? Right posture in sitting is where you are putting minimal energy in maintaining the sitting position. So it basically avoid overstraining of certain muscles, especially the low back muscles, especially the neck muscles, especially the shoulder muscles. So they all should be relaxed whenever you're sitting and doing your work. So posture plays very important role. The other important part while doing sitting is regular breaks. Now, we advises to our patients and clients that they should not sit more than 25 to 30 minutes in one go. So what you can do is you can use technology, like you can download some app or a timer where it is going to remind you that now it's time to just get up. So what you can do is you just get up from the sitting position and again you can sit. So basically you're changing the posture. So muscles, they get tired a lot when they are sustaining one type of posture, which is sitting. So the easy tip is regular breaks. Then the next thing comes, which is called eye care. Now many people they face one more problem, that is related with the vision, with the eyes. Like they have strained eyes, they feel tired, especially while focusing things, and many of them has been advised to go to have spectacles because of the short sightedness or long sightedness issues. So how you can avoid that is, it's very simple. The rule is 20-20-20. So in every 20-25 minutes you need to change your gaze. You should look around 20 feet away and for 20 seconds. If you are doing this small tip, you can avoid putting strain on your muscles of the eyes, and it will help you to sustain your activity well. Otherwise you'll have watery eyes or sometimes strained eyes, and you'll not be able to focus well on your work. The other very important aspect is the keyboard and mouse. Now, organization of your desk is very important. The regular things which you are using, for example, like your mouse, your notepad, your pen, your some important document, it should be very well organized on the table. If it is being placed haphazardly and every time you have to check and search those things, it puts unnecessarily stress on your posture and the muscles. So it's very important to have desk organization, we call it. And last but not the least is, it's your body, you have to maintain it well. So if we revise the important aspect, one of them was your desk and chair, second was posture, third was your eye care, fourth was your desk organization, and regular breaks from your work, especially just by getting up from the chair and maintaining the posture. These are the things which you can do. Now, if we go back to the exercise part, one sec. Let me just try if we can show you something. Yeah. Yeah. So if we go back, what is the role of physiotherapy? So physiotherapy or the physiotherapist can help you a lot in maintaining a good posture. If there is an imbalance in the muscle, that can be corrected. If there are joints which are stiff, that can be managed by doing certain exercises. If you have a pain because of muscle imbalance or because of overstrained muscles or because of some sort of wear and tear which happens when you're sitting for long time in a poor posture, that can also be managed. And it is the role of a physiotherapist who advises you the correct way of doing sitting and working. And if there is any imbalance in your muscles or in your posture that can be rectified or corrected. Now, if we go for the stretches or the exercises, what I have in back for you, I'm gonna put some light on simple exercises which you can do while doing your work at your workstation. The first simple is the neck stretches. So what you do in neck stretches is basically movement of your neck from left to right and trying to touch your one side of the ear to one side by giving a slight pull on this side. Same you can repeat on this side. It's a simple stretch, and then same you can do for the forward bending and for the extension. This is a simple neck movement which you should repeat 3-4 times a day when you're walking. The other important exercise part is the shoulder roll, we call it. So what you can do is you can roll your shoulder in clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. The other important aspect which you can follow is chest opener, we call it. So what you can do is you can put your both hands behind the head or just at the beginning of the neck and just try to stretch like this. It's such a simple thing. Most of you must be doing on regular basis without knowing the benefits of this. So this basically gives a break to the muscles which are continuously getting tired when you're sitting for a long time. The other important aspect of exercise plan would be the wrist part, because majority of you people uses mouse, you type on the keyboard. So it's very important to have a sort of an exercise or a stretch for the wrist. So what you can do is you can make a fist, you can do a rotation clockwise and anti-clockwise, which will help you. You can do a stretch like this, and you can do by keeping your elbow straight the same way which I'm showing now, and like this. So wrist is also very important aspect. Then other simple exercise which you can do is in sitting position. While seated, you can do leg lift. So what you can do is you can raise your one knee little up, then the other, just like a marching exercise in sitting position. It gives a break to the continuous pressure on the SI joint which is there above the hip on your back, and it releases the muscle, it relaxes the muscle. The other important aspect is sitting and forward bend. So what you can do, I'll just show you here. You can pull your chair a little back and then go forward and bend forward and try to reach your feet on the front side. So this stretch is also very helpful in maintaining good back. Then other important aspect is the ankle roll. The way we did the rolling of our wrist, same we do for our ankles, clockwise and anti-clockwise, because the blood supply slows down because you are in the sitting position continuously for a long time. So it basically improves the circulation towards the heart, and the chances of DVT and other aspects or other complications would be minimized. The other important, last but not the least, is the core strength. The muscles of your core part, which is here on the front side, very important. So one simple exercise which you can do is just contracting the abdominal muscles and releasing it. And the important aspect of doing these exercises, it will help you to maintain a good posture by maintaining a tone in your flexor muscles. Last but not the least, the important aspect is your mental well-being. If you're not relaxed mentally, the chances are your performance will diminish, because it's an ongoing process. You have to work almost every day out of 7 days, at least 5 days a week. So it's very important to have a sound sleep. It's very important that you should be relieved from all these stresses, and for that there should be a good balance between your physical well-being and mental well-being. So avoid consuming high caffeinated drinks, whether it is coffee or tea. Minimize it. You can replace it with some sort of a green tea, or hydrate yourself well. As the winters are approaching, people tend to have less water, so make sure your fluid intake should be good, and that should be either water or something, not the cold drinks or other drinks which are sugary, so that will add on the calories otherwise. The other part is avoid smoking or chewing gutka, pan masala. All these things have negative effects on your health as well as on your mental health. Try to avoid alcohol consumption because that alters your sleeping pattern. So it's very important to have a good mental health also.